Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga with Alejandro. This is my first YouTube class ever, and I'm so excited to be teaching for you guys today. Today's class will feature the beginner-friendly flow with some intermediate poses thrown in between. As always, if you find some of these poses are too challenging, you can always rely on your breath to find your composure. If not, you can take a step back and try an easier modifier that I'll be offering for some of these poses. So let's begin our class at the top of the mat. We're going to find our seated position, either easy sitting, half lotus, full lotus, or you can sit in Seiza style sitting here, this Zen style as I like to sit. This pose is ideal for me because it helps open up the ankles and it's a very comfortable pose for me. If you're sitting in Seiza, you can put some blocks underneath the sitting pose here. I got a couple of blocks in order to hold myself up. We're going to draw the chest forward, elongate the spine, draw the shoulders slightly back, hands planted on the knees. We're going to drop the chin forward, look past the top, the tip of the nose, and we're just going to breathe. Taking deep, intentional diaphragmatic breaths, bringing them up through the stomach, expanding the chest, reversing the motion, letting the chest collapse, pushing the stomach forward on the exhale. Taking a couple more breaths on the inhale, we're going to draw the hands up towards the sky, fingertips extended, looking past the fingertips. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward past the top of the mat. If you are in your easy seated position and you can't quite reach too far forward, you're welcome to plant the hands about halfway of what you would on a child's pose. And you're going to let the neck relax. Plant the forehead on the floor if you can. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Taking that final exhale, inhale, we're going to draw our hands up towards the sky one more time. This time with a slight back bend, looking past the fingertips. Joining the fingers together. On the exhale, we're going to draw the chest back forward, landing the belly. Rest on the thighs if you're in that Seiza position. Fingertips extended forward, forehead on the floor. Taking that last exhale, we're going to round the upper back, just slightly plant the hands at the top of the mat. Now bring our knees back. We're going to eventually find ourselves on a tabletop. If you got the blocks, move them right on over. We're going to plant the hands underneath the shoulder, knees just underneath the hips. We're going to keep the spine straight. We're going to inhale, look forward. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Let it all out. Inhale, we're going to bring our right elbow to our left knee, crunching at the center of our mat, rounding the back. And on the exhale, we're going to extend the fingertips forward. We're going to drive our left toes down towards the mat. Try to keep the spine straight. Drawing that left hip forward and rolling that right hip back, looking past the right fingertips. Taking deep breaths here. Inhale, look past the fingertips. Exhale, draw that elbow to knee. Inhale, extending. Exhale, drawing the elbow to knee. Inhale, extending. And exhale, we're going to lower the right hand towards the mat, left knee. Now we're going to move on to the other side. On the inhale, taking a deep breath, rounding the back slightly. Exhale, we're going to extend the left fingertip forward, right heel back, toes towards the floor. Inhale, crunching the left shoulder towards the right knee. Exhale, extending the fingertips. Inhale, taking that crunch one more time, moving, starting to speed up. Exhale, heel back, right toe towards the floor, fingertips forward, holding for just a second. Exhale, we're going to do one more crunch. Inhale, extend. We're going to hold this for just a second. Remember, keep those hips lines. Don't let the right shoulder collapse. Planting through the fingertips, planting through the palm of the hand. Exhale, we're going to bring ourselves back to tabletop. We're going to round the back just slightly on that cat pose. Bringing in that movement towards the spine. Inhale, we're gonna find ourselves in neutral position here, tabletop. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, rolling back into the child's pose. I want you to keep the toes slightly curled, get a slight stretch at the bottom of the feet. This is more of an engaged child's pose. We're gonna drive through the fingertips. Taking a deep exhale, we're gonna have our hands extended at the front of the mat. We're gonna roll our hips up towards the sky, step the feet slightly back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, fingertips towards the front of the mat. Taking deep breaths here, finding our center, let the neck relax slightly. Don't let the shoulders collapse. Driving the heels towards the mat, you can walk the dog out just slightly here. Setting goals for first downward facing dog of the day, maybe of the evening, depending where you're at in the world. Saying hi to those toes. Inhale, looking towards the top of the mat. Exhale, we're going to step, walk, or float to the top of the mat. We're going to have our hands planted on the mat, probably palms. Some of you guys fingertips, or some of you guys might just be able to grab the ankles here. Inhale, we're going to lift the spine halfway, back nice and straight. Draw the shoulders back, looking past the forehead. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor again. And on the inhale, we're going to roll our hands up towards the sky, looking past the fingertips. Exhale, bring our hands down by our side, tall mountain pose. Now, arriving at the top of the mat, we're going to find ourselves in that mountain position, grounding through the feet. We're going to slightly tilt our hips forward, bringing our navel back a little bit here. We're going to roll the chest up just slightly, and we're going to draw our shoulder blades a little bit pinched together. Hands at the hips, let the hands drop down by your side, let the chin slightly drop, spine nice and straight. Inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky. Moving to a sun salutation, hands past the fingertips. Exhale, planting the hands on the mat. Inhale, lifting halfway, looking past forehead. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Step the feet back into our plank position, lowering down in our chaturanga. Inhale, taking a deep cobra pose, rolling the head back, looking past the forehead. Exhale, roll the toes back, bringing in our hips towards the sky, downward facing dog, planting through the palms of the hand, driving the fingertips forward. I'm going to roll the heels back slightly. You can walk the dog out here. Not such a strict downward facing dog today. Just waking up the feet just a little bit. Driving through the hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, step, walk and float. The feet towards the top of the mat. Hands planted on the forward fold. Let the head drop. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. And inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky, looking past the fingertips. Exhale, hands down by the side. Nice tall mountain pose. Inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky, looking past the fingertips. And on the exhale, we're going to plant the hands back on the mat into our forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway, grabbing the shins if need be. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, lower down to our chaturanga dasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog, looking past the forehead. Exhale, roll the toes back, downward facing dog, nice and very deep, planting through the fingertips. Walk the dog out slightly. Don't let those shoulders collapse, let the head slightly relax, looking towards our navel. Take a deep inhale, exhale, step, walk up to the top of the mat. Nice and easy. This time we're going to let the head relax. We're going to grab opposite elbows here. And we're just going to sway side to side. Our forward fold here. Choose to hang out here for a little bit longer. Take a couple deep breaths. Let the hands relax back on the mat. Inhale, lifting halfway, straighten the spine. Exhale, plant the hands. And inhale, draw the hands towards the sky, looking up past the fingertips. Exhale, hands down by the side. Moving on, first salutation B, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, we're going to sit back on our sitting bones. Keep the spine nice and long. Fingertips forward. Check chair pose. Don't let those shoulders relax, looking past the fingertips. Sitting back. Bringing some intensity into our legs. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat one more time. Stop, walk, float back. Lowering down and Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Same exhale, bring the right foot forward, past the toes. And in on the inhale, lifting the hands up towards the sky, looking past the fingertips. Virabhadrasana A, or Warrior One. We're going to push back with our left feet, grounding through the heel. We're going to draw our hips together, finding that center on our torso. We're going to rotate the chest slightly forward. Don't let the hips collapse. Keep the hips centered, fingertips extended. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Step the right foot back, lower it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lifting the chest, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, roll the toes back, Downward Facing Dog. Taking that left foot forward, next to the left toe, rolling the right foot back on the inhale, lifting our hands back up towards the sky. Warrior Pose. Driving through that left foot, engaging the insides of the thighs, bringing their hips closer together, trying to keep them centered, looking past the fingertips. And on the exhale, we're going to plant the hands on the mat. Step that left foot back, lower down. Inhale, lifting Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, roll the toes back, Downward Facing Dog. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Finding our breath through the intensity, finding our intention, strength, presence through strength. Focusing on our achievements on the mat today. Staying nice and centered. Focusing on breath on the inhale. Look back just a little bit. Exhale. Step the feet forward. Inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, plant the hands down towards the mat. And inhale, we're going to drag the hands up towards the sky. Sit back on our hips. Chair pose. Exhale. Let the hands drop by the side. Tallman pose. Gonna do one more. Warrior Two. And on the inhale, we're gonna draw the hands up towards the sky. Sit back into chair pose. Exhale, fold down into forward fold. Inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Step the feet back. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, roll the toes back, Downward Facing Dog. Stepping that right foot next to the right thumb. Inhale, we're going to draw the hands up towards the sky. Warrior One, keeping those hips centered. Looking past the fingertips. Exhale, plant the hands towards the mat. Lower halfway. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, curl the toes back, Downward Facing Dog. Stepping that left foot forward, past the left thumb. Inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky. Looking past the fingertips. Keep those hips centered, driving that right foot back. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Lowering halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward face. I don't know, I can't remember the name of this pose, but it's okay. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Sometimes you just get those little brain farts, but that's okay. Settling into our Downward Facing Dog here. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Taking final exhale. We're going to bring ourselves to our plank position here, finding the intensity. This is where we start to move on to our strength portion of the practice. Taking a deep inhale, look forward, and on the exhale, we're going to bring the elbows down to the mat into a half plank. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to walk the hands back up to the plank. Take a deep inhale. Exhale one more time. Half plank. Inhale, and then exhale. Walking ourselves through half plank just a couple of times. Here. Spine is nice and strong. Finding strength. If you're having a difficult time holding this pose, you're welcome to bring the knees to the mat and just focus on that Chaturanga Dandasana. And on the exhale, lowering chest towards the mat. Inhale, draw the chest up towards the sky, looking past the forehead. Exhale, we're going to roll back into a downward facing dog, right into it. Bringing ourselves back up to plank. We're going to do this one more time. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhales, we're going to do half planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, finding that plank. Take a deep inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Nice and relaxed here through the spine. Inhale, look up past the fingertips, walk the hands forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, let the chest drop. Inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky, looking past the fingertips. Exhale, hands down by the side. Nice tall mountain pose. Finding our breath through the intensity of practice, using our breath as center. Moving forward, inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down on the mat. Inhale, lift the spine halfway, looking past the forehead. Exhale, plant the hands on that step, walk the floor back. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, we're going to find child's pose here in just a second. Breathing and relaxing into our child's pose. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to find ourselves tabletop position. Inhale, lift the sitting bones back up, finding ourselves a plank. This time we're going to rotate the right outside of the right foot down. We're going to bring our left hand to our hip into our side plank here. Holding nice and steady, nice and strong, looking past the toes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Exhale, hands on the mat, switch sides. Exhale, hands on the mat, switch sides. Finding that exhale, hands on, switch side one more time. Take a deep inhale, right hand forward. Exhale, plant the right hand down on the mat, switch side. Deep inhale, left hand forward. Exhale, plant that hand on the mat. We're going to lower into Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice and slow. Here we go. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, hips towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up past the fingertips. Walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. We're going to find ourselves into our easy sitting here. Legs crossed for just a second. Taking a couple of deep breaths to center ourselves. Now, we're going to lift our knees up, grab the outside of the knees, and roll back onto our backs. Let the feet relax forward. We're going to bring the hands up past the head, fingertips nice and long. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Bring the head forward. Inhale. Bring that right foot up towards the sky, engaging the core, keeping the right foot lifted, keeping the hands back. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot. And we're just gonna bicycle. Trying to find our deep breath. I know that our neck is engaged here, our core is engaged here. Breathing can be a little bit strained, but always remember to hang on to that breath in order to find the center throughout the practice. Finding our intention, presence, true strength. Deep inhale, and on the exhale, keep the feet forward, hands forward. Looking at the toes, core is engaged. Exhale, hands back. Let the spine relax on the mat. I know I'm breaking out sweat. Hope you guys are too. We're gonna do this one more time. Take a deep inhale, hands back. Exhale, bring the chest slightly up, engaging the core, right foot up. Then left foot start alternating. Keeping that core engaged, nice and straight. Couple more seconds. Exhale, hold, hands forward. Inhale, grab the hands forward. Bring ourselves to the top of the mat, seated, nice and strong. Hands forward, past the knees. We're gonna have the hands resting on the knees here. Take a deep inhale, looking up. And we're gonna bring our feet forward to the top of the mat. We're gonna grab our knees here. We're gonna go into a half boat pose. Now, boat is a little bit of a challenging pose, full boat. If you can do a full boat, you're more than welcome to do it. Now, following my cues, we're gonna grab the thighs here on the inside of the knees. We're gonna lift the feet forward, finding our balance here on our sitting bones. Keep the toes forward if you're in half boat. If you're extended in a full boat, looking past the tops of the toes, legs nice and long, and start to release the thighs. Hands forward, taking deep breaths. Inhale, bringing the chest forward, lifting just a little bit higher. Exhale, bring the hands to the insides of the thighs, cross the legs forward at the top of the mat. Spine nice and long, hands down across the knees. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, plant the feet back on the mat, right in front of you again. Grab the thighs just above. Grab the thighs just above. What do you call it? The calves? See, when I start to work up a breath, I can't remember my words here. All right. Exhale, bring the chest back. Inhale, lift the feet. Exhale, release. Taking deep, long, deep breaths. Extending the feet forward. If you feel like challenging yourself just a little bit more, bring the chest forward. Exhale, bring the hands to the thighs again. Drop the feet. Find ourselves in easy sitting. It's time to, like we did at the top of our practice, we can bring the hands back up here one more time. Towards the top of the mat. Take a nice deep breath here. And here we're going to find ourselves back to easy sitting, chest nice and long. I'm going to walk slightly back if you don't have a lot of space. We're going to find our staff pose here, hands behind our back. We're going to find a nice little back bend, try to keep our spine as straight as possible. And looking up past towards the sky. Exhale, drop the chin, looking past the toes here. Inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the feet forward, seated forward fold, grabbing the ankles, grabbing the toes if you like, grabbing the tops of the feet if you like, or you can grab the outsides of the feet if you've already got there. Taking a deep inhale, lifting halfway, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift slightly up. Exhale, go a little bit deeper into the pulse. Inhale, we're going to find ourselves back into our static position. Bring our feet back down to our mat. Bring the hips forward just like that. Lower down onto our break. Give our knees a slight hug here real quick. We're going to plant the feet. We're going to do a quick bridge to balance out all the folding we've been doing. Lifting this hips up towards the sky. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Nice curve on the lower back. Hips align with the knees. Using the shoulders to support yourself. You can open up the hands outside if you like. And on the exhale, we're going to lower down. Grab our knees again and roll back into seated. Bring in our feet together into a sitting bound angle here. We're going to grab the outsides of the feet if you like. You can have your elbows pushing against the calves to open up the hips just a bit. Inhale, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, lower the forehead towards the toes. If you can reach the toes, it's good on you. I'm still working on that. Finding lengthening through the hips. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Inhale, you can lift halfway, look up towards the sky, eyes closed if you like. Exhale, fold slightly deeper into the pose. Inhale, lifting up. Long lengthen the spine. Find our easy sitting again. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, taking a deep, nice long stretch. And on the exhale, we're going to plant the feet back forward again like we did and roll back towards the top of the mat. This time, we're going to let the feet drop. Then we're going to turn onto the left side of the body. We're going to fold our left hand up towards the sky. We're going to have a nice right ankle moving out from the outside of the shoulder up to the top tip of the fingers here. Taking a deep inhale, raise the right hand toward the sky. Exhale, start pushing that left hand down up towards the mat. This is an intense stretch on the inside of the shoulder. This is a nice stretch if your arms are tight here. Goes toward the biceps and the triceps. And on the inside of the rotator cuff here, a nice deep stretch for all the upper body work that we've been doing. If your hand can plant towards the mat, that's a good achievement, but you want to keep that nice right angle here. You want to keep the arm nice and long and straight, coming out from the shoulder and pushing down towards the top of the hand, towards the mat. Taking a couple deep breaths, resting on our side. Take a couple more deep breaths. Exhale, lower down onto our back. And we can switch sides. I'm going to mirror you guys, just so you can see what's happening here. With my right hand, we're going to have my right, the upper half of my right arm, nice and straight, coming out from the shoulder, fingertip forward, nice right angle here. Inhale, raise the left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, press down on that right hand, letting the shoulder twist down towards the mat. Keep the arm nice and long, nice and straight. Nice right angle here. Nice shoulder opener and tricep opener here. I had an injured shoulder from weightlifting for a long time, and this pose right here, I think single-handedly saved all my exercise progress. I had massive issues doing all kinds of push-ups, all kinds of weightlifting, yoga even. My shoulder was hurting a lot, but I started doing this pose every single day, stretching out that shoulder, and eventually it released. Don't get me wrong, for some of you guys this pose is going to be a little intense and your hand might be up here, but don't push yourself too far that you don't need to. Focus on that breath, know your body, find what's closest to you in intensity, what's most comfortable for you. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Exhale, rolling onto our back, hands up towards the top of the mat, like standing here. Now, inhale, we're going to draw our knees up towards the chest. We're going to grab the outsides of the knees here. We're going to roll our spine slightly. Exhale, we're going to roll onto the mat. Find an easy seating position here. Finding ourselves in a nice grounded meditation pose. Nice easy sitting. Neighbors just visited. But that's okay, we love our neighbors. They take care of us. We take care of them. And that's one of the principles of yoga. Sometimes aspects of our practice, aspects of our lives, we might perceive an interruption, but it's completely okay. Just hang on to our breath, hang on to our practice. Hang on steadfast against any distraction. Just find our center and not feel stressed about it at all. We're going to cross our feet nice and strong here. Hands down on the knees. I wish this practice could have gone longer than it had, but I had limited time to teach for you guys today. I always find enjoyment in these classes. I'll make sure to teach longer classes here in the future. Settling into our meditation, we can bring our hands up into prayer pose, hands on our knees, hands on the outside here, just how I like to do. My hands and arms are nice and long. Our chest nice and long. Spine nice and long. Closing the eyes, relax. Letting go of any of the issues that enter our mind, enter our body. Just focusing on the breath as our focal point of awareness. Taking a deep inhale, draw the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer pose, finishing our meditation. Thank you so much if you stuck around towards the end of the video. I'm always honored to practice with you guys. I always respect the masters that came before me. They are the ones that taught me yoga, and they are the ones that helped me give this beautiful gift to the world. As you go about your day, always remember to focus on your center. Find grounding and find strength to your breath and your practice. The light in me notices, recognizes, and celebrates the light in you. Namaste.